We want to turn now to an update on a story that we brought you last night on NewsNation Prime. It is part of a new series that we're calling Missing in America. And this case focuses on the disappearance of a man named Daniel Robinson. He is a 24-year-old geologist who was last seen leaving his work site on June 23rd in Buckeye, Arizona. His father, David, has spent months in that vast desert searching for his son, along with the help of a private investigator. Both of them are standing by tonight to talk to me live. And new tonight, we have heard from police in Buckeye. They say they have swabbed Daniel's car, including DNA and fingerprinting, and they've even extracted some data from his phone, and they're turning to a new tool as well. Investigators used a robot-equipped camera to search 2 mine shafts in the area. Still, however, no signs of Daniel, and you can see their search on your screen there. Police have told us they have no evidence of foul play in this case or that a violent crime was committed, but Daniel's family and this investigator aren't so sure, and they say it is just not like Daniel to disappear. Joining me now is David Robinson, Daniel's father. Mr. Robinson, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for bringing me on.
There's a lot of attention on Daniel right now. I know you've been out there for months. I want to go back to when you first learned he was missing. How did you hear the news, and when was the last time that you talked to him?
Well, I heard the news from my daughter. She lived here in Phoenix. She got alerted by a coworker from her job, from my son's job, knocked on her door and tell her that my son went, wasn't at the job site and they was looking for him. I was at home in South Carolina when I received that message.
So you've gone out to Arizona. Tell us what Daniel was doing out there.
Well, Daniel, upon graduating from college, he took a class out in Flagstaff, Arizona, pending his graduation. And from his class he went straight into his job after graduation into a company called Matrix New World. Started his first job. He came out here to pursue his career. He's a geologist. He got hired on as a field geologist. And he's been working that job for a little over 2 years.
He was doing what he loved. He was out there in Arizona following his passion. You say this isn't like him to just disappear. Do you think that something bad has happened?
I know something bad has happened. However, I just don't know what it is. As a father, your mind can run with you. I'm definitely suspicious of everything. Haven't seen everything that I have seen. It makes you weary. Try to keep the faith that my son is out there alive somewhere. But things like this from every day, day to day, it wears at your faith. You try to keep that faith, try to keep the hope alive. But either or, I'm still gonna continue to look for my son. I'm not waiting on the police department. I'm not waiting on anybody who don't value my son. I value my son, and I'm going to actually be out there and fight for him.
I know you said you'll be there until you get the answers, and as a parent, I hear you. I'd be doing the same thing. Daniel's colleague said that his behavior was odd on the morning that he went missing, that he mentioned some things about needing to take a break. Can you shed any light on his state of mind at that time?
Well, I talked to my son 2 days prior to him going missing. I didn't see anything that was out of the ordinary. My son and I have 2-hour conversations. That's normal for he and I. We have private conversations depending on what he want to do in his career. Matter of fact, we had plans. I need to be here this summer in July to see his vehicle for the first time. He made plans. He also, discussed with me things for the future. As in having to talk to his coworkers and what they thought his state of mind was. I can dispute that they don't know my son as well as I do. And I can argue the point that, maybe he could have had a bad day. His state of mind could have been a bad day. A lot of people have a bad day. Right. He could have been thinking about things that day. And everybody don't have great days, So what their opinion is about his state of mind is irrelevant to me based on family that know him.
Just because we have a bad day doesn't mean we go missing. David, we're thinking of you tonight. I know there is a massive ground search planned for this weekend. You and many others are going to be scouring that Arizona desert looking for Daniel. We're on the case as well. We're asking a lot of questions, and as we find answers, we'll pass them along, and we're going to stay on this with you. Appreciate your time tonight, David.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you.
Father looking for his son. We want to bring in private investigator Jeff McGrath now. He was hired by David, Daniel's father, to look into this case. Jeff, good to see you again. I talked to you last night about this case. Have you gotten any new leads since last night?
I was out there today because I heard the Buckeye Police Department was conducting searches of the mines and the wells, which is what we've wanted them to do from the beginning. I don't believe they came up with anything, but I haven't turned up anything new as of today. There's some leads I'm going to follow in the next weekend and coming week. But at this point, I don't have anything that's pointing me to Daniel, whether he perished or he's alive.
Jeff,
it's still a mystery.
It's still a mystery. We did get one tip about cartel activity in the Arizona desert, something you and I talked about last night. Is this something that you're looking into?
Something I'm very concerned about, yes. I'm concerned that either Daniel stumbled across the wrong person or the wrong person stumbled across Daniel. That's my concern. That's kind of the avenue I'm going right now.
Mm-hmm. In terms of the police, we have reached out to Buckeye Police. They've given us a statement. They still say there's no evidence of foul play or a violent crime. But as you said, they're out there in the desert. They're looking in some of these mine shafts. But currently, they gave you the evidence, which you told us. Do you believe that you have enough evidence to persuade police to open up a criminal investigation? And what would that take?
Well, I have enough evidence to open up a suspicious missing person investigation. If we find something of criminal activity as we move forward, then we can elevate the case to that. The vehicle, I would argue that the vehicle was assaulted. It doesn't look like it, less than an accident, more of an assault on the outside, looking at the windshield and the roofline. If Buckeye was willing to sit down with me and we discuss this, I think we could work together and at least move this forward.
Are they responsive to that request?
I have been able to sit down with all of them once. The chief canceled on me. I had about 3 of their department in a room for my attention when I explained it, but I don't think they want to hear what I have to say.
All right. Well, we're asking the questions as well tonight, Jeff. Keep us posted, and we'll follow up with you as well. Jeff McGrath, private investigator, looking for Daniel Robinson tonight. Jeff, thank you. We asked you at home to send us cases that you think that we should be featuring on Missing in America. More than 370 of you have already done so since last night. Please, for us to look into cases like Gabby's, cases like Daniel's, and we want you to know that we hear you and we are listening. Every one of these stories and these people matter. And right now, our team of journalists are looking and reviewing all of your submissions, all 370 and counting, digging into these cases one by one. If you would like to send us a story, go to newsnationnow.com/missing and fill out our form with cases, updates, and key information that you think that we should know about. Every little bit can make a difference. It's going to take some time, but we're working with you on this.